Welcome to the Urantia book read-through. We are reading one subsection at a time of the Urantia book and then discussing at the end. Keep in mind, these words are very advanced and complex. We're dealing with very complex topics. This isn't characteristic of the entire book. Much of it is much easier to grasp. However, these words are designed to not only upstep your conscious mind, but also to work on spiritual and subconscious levels. Think about it. You have made the decision to take 10 minutes out of your day to learn about deity and divinity. The universe is smiling upon you. This section is called Universe Reality. So we're going to read and then break it down. Another thing I'll say is that when listening to those words, compare this to things that you've heard or read in other parts of your life, and then see where are those similarities, and then also where is the Urantia book revealing new information. For me, I've never looked at anything even close to this caliber. And I've read this many times, and it still is giving me new bits of aha moments every time I read. So let's continue on. Universe reality. Reality differentially actualizes on diverse universe levels. Reality originates in and by the infinite volition of the Universal Father and is realizable in three primal phases on many different levels of universe actualization. 1. Undeified reality ranges from the energy domains of the non-personal to the reality realms of the non-personalizable values of universal existence, even to the presence of the unqualified absolute. 2. Deified reality embraces all of the infinite deity potentials, ranging upward through all realms of personality, from the lowest finite to the highest infinite, thus encompassing the domain of all that which is personalizable and more, even to the presence of the deity absolute. 3. Interassociated reality. Universe reality is supposedly either deified or undeified, but to the sub-deified beings there exists a vast domain of interassociated reality, potential and actualizing, which is difficult of identification. Much of this coordinate reality is embraced within the realms of the universal absolute. This is the primal concept of original reality. The Father initiates and maintains reality. The primal differentials of reality are the deified and the undeified, the deity absolute and the unqualified absolute. The primal relationship is the tension between them. This Father-initiated divinity tension is perfectly resolved by and eternalizes as the universal absolute. From the viewpoint of time and space, reality is further divisible as 1. Actual and potential. Realities existing in fullness of expression in contrast to those which carry undisclosed capacity for growth. The eternal Son is an absolute spiritual actuality. Mortal man is very largely an unrealized spiritual potentiality. 2. Absolute and sub-absolute. Absolute realities are eternity existences. Sub-absolute realities are projected on two levels. Absonites, which are realities which are relative with respect to both time and eternity, and finites, realities which are projected in space and are actualized in time. 3. Existential and experiential. Paradise deity is existential, but the emerging supreme and ultimate are experiential. 4. Personal and impersonal. Deity expansion, personality expression, and universe evolution are forever conditioned by the Father's free will act, which forever separated the mind-spirit personal meanings and values of actuality and potentiality centering in the eternal Son from those things which center in here in the eternal Isle of Paradise. Paradise is a term inclusive of the personal and non-personal focal absolutes of all phases of universe reality. Paradise, properly qualified, may connote any and all forms of reality: deity, divinity, personality, and energy, spiritual, mindal, or material. All share paradise as the place of origin, function, and destiny as regards values, meanings, and factual existence. The Isle of Paradise. Paradise not otherwise qualified is the absolute of the material gravity control of the first source and center. Paradise is motionless, being the only stationary thing in the universe of universes. The Isle of Paradise has a universe location, but no position in space. This eternal isle is the actual source of the physical universes, past, present, and future. The nuclear Isle of Light is a deity derivative, but it is hardly deity. Neither are the material creations a part of deity. They are a consequence. Paradise is not a creator. It is a unique controller of many universe activities. Far more of a controller than a reactor. Throughout the material universes, Paradise influences the reactions and conduct of all beings having to do with force, energy, and power. But Paradise itself is unique, exclusive, and isolated in the universe. Paradise represents nothing, and nothing represents Paradise. It is neither a force nor a presence. It is just Paradise. Okay, so we got a real mouthful there with some universe reality, and what else would you expect hearing a advanced being attempt to describe universe reality to the finite mind of man? So some key takeaways here. There's these various absolutes, okay? There's the unqualified absolute. There is the deity absolute. And then both of those, they coordinate in the universal absolute. Okay, so there's these various levels of reality. And this tension happened. We learned about this the other day, but there's this divinity tension that happened when God decided to create everything, basically. And in order to resolve that divinity tension, there's an aspect of reality, which are these absolutes, okay? The universal absolute. Another takeaway here is that right here, it says that it originates by the volition of the universal Father, okay? So all reality, it's all encompassed by God. So there's nothing that is apart from that. There's no reality that's happening simultaneously with that isn't a part of that. It encompasses all things. And remember, it's in direct or indirect relationship to God. So some things are less real, right? Because they're less directly related. Like we learned the other day, anything that a mortal can comprehend is just a shadow of reality. You must attain levels. Another key thing that I'll say is that this dawned on me yesterday. This complicated, look at, we got, now it goes into paradise, right? The Isle of Paradise, which is the more or less this controller of the physical aspects, the physical domains, okay? All of these absolutes, deity absolute. I mean, it's vast, okay? Now, remember, this being that was able to create all of this is directly relating to you in your life. This powerful, amazing being is helping you to ascend, to have this experience, to choose love over hate, to make positive choices which help your fellows rather than hurt them, to guide and steer you through your life. This is your Father of fathers. And not only that, and it's not just a distant being. You might read all this and say, wow, this is just so beyond me, all of this, deity absolute, deity expansion, what does this have to do with me? Well, remember, a fragment of this is dwelling within you. It is your partner in this journey. So all of this power, all of this brilliance is not only within you, but you can also strive for to reach more in the universal Father. So keep that in mind, is that it is within and without, okay? When you're going inward, you're also going outward into these realms. So when you sit there and meditate and try to connect with your fragment of deity, you're also experiencing all of this. And when you go without, when you say, oh God, up there, please, give me some strength, give me some hope, you're also going inward, because that God is also within you. So thanks again for checking out the videos. I appreciate everybody that's subscribing. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll keep the ball rolling tomorrow as we get into personality realities.